Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing tonight? So I just got off the phone talking to a friend of mine, and we were talking about all kinds of really scary stuff. And then I was like, okay, I'm gonna start vlogging now when I got off the phone. And I'm on this country road, right? And I'm like, there's not really anywhere to pull over because I want to adjust the camera. And so, I'm like driving along, and all of a sudden, like right before I turned onto this other road, there's this car at like the end of this like really long like driveway, right? Like this driveway goes up into this house and you can't really see the house. And there's like this car parked there at the end of the driveway. And so when I go by, I mean, it's late, you guys, so there's nobody outside, or there's nobody out, you know, parking on the side of the road doing stuff. So when I drove by it, I like looked over at the car, and the guy was literally like this. Like he like stared a hole through me, and I was like, what is going on? And it's so scary because so then I pull on this road, right? And I look behind me before I did, and I don't see him or anything like that. But then like as soon as I turned on to this road that I'm on right now, this country road, which now it's not, it's like out of the country area of it. But when I first pulled on it way back there, and I'm totally in silence, right? I'm not listening to music or audiobook or anything. All of a sudden, like, I probably got like a half a mile, and then all of a sudden I see this car pull onto the street like real slow, and I was like, oh my God, is this guy following me? I got like totally like freaked out. So yeah, that's been my evening of trying to attempt to start the vlog so far. So I was like over here like, is my door locked? You know, it's weird when you read like a lot of true crime books and like how things happen and how they go down, and then you are aware of that, right? And you're like, you know, they're basically like, they sit and they like watch people and stuff, and then you're like, oh my God, you know, like, you know, it's interesting because I hurt my finger yesterday. I like slammed it in the middle, you know, like those folding tables, like we have like these little, it looks like a TV tray like my grandma used to have, but it's like all black, like a computer desk. I got it at Walmart for us, like when we're eating and stuff sometimes. Or if I'm like on the front porch and I'm like doing stuff on the computer, I use it for that. Or if I'm watching, you know, Netflix or something, or a movie or whatever, out on the front porch, I use it. Well, I opened it yesterday and I like caught my finger in it. It hurt so, I was like, please do not let my fingernail be damaged or anything. And it's not, but my finger hurts so bad from it. So anyway, you know, I read this statistic, and I don't remember where I read it, but I got it wrong the first time. It said that at any given time, I thought the statistic said anywhere in the world there were 1,000 active serial killers, but that statistic was wrong. And I think I read it on like a Reddit thread. I was looking up some article and I can't remember what it was. But it said, at any given time, there are, I think it was 50 to 100 active serial killers. And then it was talking about, I think I talked about it on here. Was it 20 to 50 or was it 50 to 100? I can't remember. But it was like the chances that you like come in contact with one and all this kind of stuff. And it was really scary, you know? And it was like, I don't know, like, you think about the fact that, well, like, how would we not know? Like, you would hear it in the news all the time that this happened or that happened or this happened or whatever. But if you think about all of the missing people out there, you know, I'm sure there's a lot of the missing people account for situations like that. It's scary to think about. So, what did I do? Got up today, went and picked up some FedEx packages. Got, Tati sent me the Tati Beauty. So I got that today. I was really excited to get that. It was really nice. And then, what else did I get? I got an invitation to Jaclyn Hill's Halloween party. I thought it was actually really nice. I saw some, like, it was interesting because I think she invited all the drama channels, or like the majority of the drama channels. But when I got the invitation, I was like, oh my God, this is crazy. And I think it's very sweet. I mean, she didn't have to do that to any of us, you know. I mean, it's not like, you know. Anyway, I think it's really nice that she actually even, you know, did that. It was just like, let's just have some fun and whatever. Anyway, that happened. That was a little surreal. And then, what else? I went and got coffee, went and got that. I'm supposed to be filming the video with Josh tomorrow. When I went through Starbucks today, he was like, are we filming tomorrow? I was like, do you want to? He's like, yeah, I'm excited. And I was like, okay. I said, I'm getting my hair cut tomorrow, and then afterwards, we'll meet up, and then we'll do it then. He goes, okay, I'm really excited. I said, okay, good. So we're gonna do that tomorrow. I think I'm gonna see if he wants to do a couple of them. And so we'll, tomorrow will just be kind of like the first one. So, yeah, so there was that, and then I went to the mall, and I went to Bath & Body Works. I was going to, I was gonna just go to Meijer and get, which these are two different Meijers. I was gonna go to Meijer and I was gonna get the Mrs. Meyer's, like a bunch of like her cleaning supplies, because you know, the brands, because I love that Mrs. Meyer stuff, and I was gonna get it, and I was gonna do that on my review channel today. It's like my favorite cleaning supplies. Although I will say there's some things I don't like of the Mrs. Meyer's, like the dryer sheets. I would never suggest those. I think they're horrible. And there was something else that I didn't love. I can't remember what it was. I got the Acorn Spice. I have to say, it's not my favorite scent I've ever had of the Mrs. Meyer's. I really like the Lemon Verbena. I love the lavender. The lavender is fantastic. But you know, in the fall, you want kind of a fall scent. I got the apple, I think it's apple cider. I got the hand soap. We have it in the bathroom upstairs. But I was kind of like, I think I want something a little bit more clean or fallsy for the kitchen, and I didn't know if I wanted it to smell necessarily like apples. Now I wish I had gotten the multi-purpose cleaner that was apple, but I got the Acorn Spice instead, as I thought it would just be a little bit, you know, less. But like the Lemon Verbena just is such a citrusy clean smell. I love that. So anyway, but I went to Bath & Body Works instead. I had to walk all the way through the mall to get there. I do not love going to the mall. And it's like right in the middle of the mall. And I got there and the gates were pulled down. And I was like, are you kidding me? I came all the way in here and the gates were pulled down. But then I got up close and it's like the White Barn Candle Company, that entrance was open and it just said the gate wasn't working. So I went to the White Barn Candle Company. I asked the woman that worked there, I said, now, is this like Bath & Body Works, or is this just the White Barn Candle Company? And she goes, no, we're Bath & Body Works. And I said, okay. So I bought a ton of candles and a plug-in, and then some hand soap and stuff like that. It was really fun. I did that. And then, what did I do after that? I had a sobriety thing I had to do, so I headed over to that, and that was from like 5 to 7. And then after that, Alex texted me right as I was getting done with that, and asked me if I wanted to go out to dinner, because he was like, Sarah was asking if we're doing anything for dinner, so I was like, yeah, sure, let's go out to dinner with Sarah. So he was like, well, are you coming home first? What are you doing? What do you want to do? And I said, I wanted to make some videos, and even though it was late, and I was like, well, I'm going to run home, and then I want to do this review video, this haul of all the stuff that I bought from Bath & Body Works, because I want to start using it. So I wanted to film the video so I could start like using the candles and stuff. And then I was like, and then I want to film this drama video because I want to show this Tati Beauty, because I thought it was really sweet that she sent it to me. And so I did that. I said I'm coming home to do that. He was doing all kinds of laundry. So he was down in the basement folding laundry and doing stuff, and while I was filming those videos. And then we met up with Sarah at Cheesecake Factory to eat dinner. and we had a really good time. We were there for a long time. We were there for like an hour and a half or 2 hours. It just was really nice. It was just really relaxed. Oh. And so Tanya had been calling me and texting me, and I thought she maybe wanted to go get a fountain pop. So I texted her when I left. I was like, do you want to get a fountain pop? She's like, no, I'm cold. It's cold. I'm in for the evening. It's really not as cold tonight as it's been. It's 54, which I thought was kind of funny, but I'm going to go get it. I think I'm going to go get a Diet Coke right now. I might get a Dr. Pepper. I probably shouldn't, though. Oh, hell, what does it matter? Anyway, so I went to, so then after dinner we came home and I had the Impossible Burger. It was delicious with fries. Alex had off the skinny menu. They're so good, both of them. He had the white chicken chili, and Sarah had this salad called like the wellness salad or something. She said it was pretty good. She's like, you should try it next time. I'm like, yeah, I don't really get salads when I go out to dinner. Although Cheesecake Factory used to have this salad that was called the Boston House salad. I loved it. I used to always get it. I think I would get it like a side salad and then like a grilled cheese. Oh, no. Back in the day, I used to always eat the chicken salad sandwich from, I used to love chicken salad sandwiches. I can't even smell them anymore. People ask me like things that have changed since I've been a vegetarian. That actually changed between the first time I was a vegetarian and this time. I don't know what happened, but, and I've told this story on here, I think before, but like we went to go eat brunch one day, and I literally like every Sunday at Patashoot, I would get the chicken salad sandwich. They had great chicken salad, and I'll never forget this one time we went there. It was the last time I've ever had chicken salad in my life, and I don't care. I could go back tomorrow and full on eat meat. I mean, I'm not going to, but I could, and I would not eat chicken salad again. I'm like done with chicken salad for the rest of my life, which is, I loved chicken salad. I mean, my stepmom, oh my God, my stepmom and my mom both made, like my mom made really great, I don't like fish, but my mom made tuna fish salad sandwiches, and for some reason I liked that when I was a kid. She would make it with like those little, is it called gherkins or jerkins? Those little pickles, she called them jerkins. And then, you know, all kinds of stuff in it, and they were really good. And my stepmom makes great chicken salad. And I just was, my stepmom used to put like pecans and grapes in it. It was really good. I feel like maybe kind of like cranberries or something too, but that doesn't feel right. Maybe I ate that at some restaurant. Anyway, we were at Patashoot, and this was when I had stopped being a vegetarian the first time. Couple, you know, like when we first met. And I got a chicken salad sandwich, and I was sitting there eating it with chips and stuff, and I don't know what it was, but I just all of a sudden, like, I bit into it and I smelled it, and it just was wrong. And I remember looking at the sandwich, like I literally looked at the sandwich and it looked pink to me. Like, it looked pink. And I remember showing it to Alex, and I said, does this look pink to you? And he goes, no. And I was like, this doesn't look like gamey. Like, and whenever I say that to people either know what I'm talking about or they don't know. Like, gamey means like just shot, you know, like just like the bird was just kind of like killed kind of thing. And I go, it doesn't seem like gamey to you? And he was like, no, it looks completely fine to me, Peter. And I was like, I can't do this. And I remember the waitress came over, she was real nice, and she was like, are you not gonna eat it? I was like, I can't eat it. And she's like, is there something wrong with it? And I was like, no. I said, and ever since then, even when I wasn't, even long before I was a vegetarian, I could not do chicken salad. I was like done that day. I don't know what it was. I just was completely done that day with chicken salad. Now, I could still eat like chicken breasts. I could eat chicken fingers. I could eat chicken nuggets. I could do all that. But I do have to say, like, this was the weird thing, that towards the end, and I don't really hear people say this a lot, so I don't know why it is for me, but towards the end, like looking back, I didn't have as big of an issue with red meat as I did with chicken. Like, I had a harder time eating chicken at the end than I did red meat. Like, I could eat a steak and I could eat a cheeseburger or whatever, and I could completely disassociate, you know, the fact that it was, even turkey was kind of hard for me at the end, that I could completely disassociate it from like seeing, like, you know, that it came from a cow. But like Tanya the other day, we were talking and she said something about, she asked me something about being a vegetarian. And then she said something about how she's been buying, like, what kind of meat did she say? She said like bison or something. And maybe that's wrong. I don't know. I don't know what she said, but something that, and she said, it's so much better. And I said, I just can't. Like, I visualize it in my head. And I just, like, that's where I go now. It's like I really visualize, you know, the animal behind. It's just weird to me. It's like, I don't even really, like, on a daily basis anymore, ever think about being a vegetarian. Like, I just really don't. Like, if I'm at a restaurant, like, I pretty quickly just kind of, like, scan what my options are. But I'm not, like, really, like, cognizant on a daily basis of, like, okay, Peter, like, you're a vegetarian now. It's weird. It's almost kind of like sobriety. It's like, I mean, not a day goes by where I don't think about being in recovery, but that's because I talk about recovery all the time to my friends and, you know, whatever, if I'm, like, going to a meeting or I have, like, some commitment that I have to do or something like that, right? So I don't forget that I'm in, like, sobriety, the same way that I don't forget that I'm a vegetarian when I'm looking at a menu, but, like, I don't wake up and go, oh, I'm a vegetarian, you know? Like, there were the early days of being a vegetarian, like the first 30 to 60 days, I think, was really hard. Like, I thought about it a lot, you know? I don't think about it that way anymore. I mean, if you've watched my vlog, like the duration of my vlog, there were times where I was like, I don't know that I'm gonna continue to do this. I don't know how I'm gonna do it. Or like, I don't think that anymore. I don't, like, in all honesty at this point, I don't know what it would take for me to go back to eating meat. And I'm not saying that I won't, you know, I'm not going to be one of those people that's going to come on here and start a vegan vegetarian channel and then, like, and I mean, and I don't know, I couldn't name one of these people, to be honest with you, but, like, I think I did a drama video about one of them because people sent me information, I looked into it, but I didn't really even know anything about this girl. But anyway, other than what I, like, put in the video and what, like, people had sent me. But, like, I don't know. Like, I mean, maybe I will be for the rest of my life. Maybe I won't. But, like, today, I don't really know what it would take for me to go back to eating meat. Oh, my God, my battery is going to die. Are you kidding me? But at least I'm about to go to McDonald's so I can pull in there. So, yeah, I don't know. Like, I have no idea, really, you know? I'm finishing my book tonight, so I can't vlog forever because I want to finish my book. I have less than an hour, and I'm finishing my book tonight. I've been, like, putting this book, The Chain. So Mel is reading it now. She's listening to it on Audible, and she's like, I love this book, but I can't listen to it before I go to bed. And it is kind of like anxiety, like, it's just like, it's anxiety, you know? And so, I, like, need to finish this book. Like, I need to finish it and go on to something else. I actually have another book that I want to read. I have, like, 5 books I want to read before Halloween, but that's not going to happen being that it's the 24th. But I want to read The Raven Boys by Maggie Stiefvater because I've said I'm going to read it for, like, the last 3 years and I haven't. And it's, like, been this book that everybody's talked about on BookTube. And then I'm going to read the book club book, The Iceman Confessions. So that's going to probably be the last book that I read for the month. I should have read it first. I knew I should have. Because I knew there was going to be all these books that I wanted to read right around Halloween. And The Iceman Confessions is like 18 hours. So it's not like I can literally finish it in a day. You know what I mean? I mean, even at 2 times speed, that would be 9 hours. Who can listen to 9 hours of a book in a row? I don't know. If you can, you're better than me. I can't do that. I purposely brought my other battery and just left it out because I knew that the battery was going to die because I filmed videos on it today. What was I just talking about before I said that with the books? I don't even remember what I was talking about. What if my voice sounded like this all the time? What was I talking about before? I don't even remember. Isn't that crazy? Pull up here. What was I talking about before I said the thing with my battery? can stop it and go back and look. So, okay, I'm back. It kept on being out of focus, and I had to start it over, and like I have to stop it and start it over and stop it and start it over. It was crazy. But I did go back and look and see what I was talking about, and I was talking about being a vegetarian. Now, all I was saying was like, or all I meant to be saying, all I was saying was that if tomorrow I decided that I wasn't going to be a vegetarian anymore, that I would just come on here and be like, I'm not a vegetarian anymore. But what's really weird to me is that can I get a large Diet Coke, please?
108. 108.
Okay, thank you. What's really weird to me is that I don't ever think that. Like, I just don't struggle with it the way that I used to. I struggled with it at first. It was hard. I think it's almost kind of like with changing any habit, though, you know? Do you know the weird thing is? Are you kidding me? I do not have another penny. Here's the penny. And I have so much change in this car. The weird thing is, though, that like the first time I was a vegetarian, I don't remember. Good thing I brought another battery. I don't remember like really struggling to be a vegetarian. I don't really even remember how it started. Like, I don't remember like the early days of it or anything like that. I'm like trying to think back. But I do know that I used to go to Whole Foods a lot. This is like when I was working out all the time, like literally 7 days a week. I was like running and lifting weights. I was really in shape. I was like in the best shape of my entire life. And, well, it was one of the 2 times I was like in really great shape. But I was going to, I also don't remember like worrying a whole lot about things. Like if I would eat something and then I would find out later that it wasn't like 100% like vegetarian, like I wouldn't beat myself up. Like I do think like part of it is hard being like a vegetarian online, because when you're talking about things or whatever, and I have to say people are really nice with me. Like people are really like, they educate me. But I always just try to be really open to it, you know, like gummies, like for a while. Like I did not know like gummy candy when I first started that it had gelatin in it and you couldn't eat that. And still to this day when I say that on here, like when I mention that right now, some people will say vegetarians can eat it and other people will say vegetarians cannot eat it. But you know, everything that I've learned, people have educated me on. But I think the difference was, you know, when I was a vegetarian before, I wasn't on YouTube. So I wasn't talking about it. I wasn't talking about what I was eating and things like that, you know? Because I didn't keep such a watchful eye on it. When I would, you know, I would eat something and then I would find out later that it didn't, of course I would avoid it, you know, because I was a vegetarian, so why would I, you know, not want to do that? But I don't remember being like as stringent and as worried, you know, like, okay, does this, does that, does this, you know, whatever, because I'm trying to think of something that like most vegetarians know that there is like meat byproducts on. Okay, well, like when I eat fast food now, I typically like always like, because if I say something like, oh, I'm gonna have like fries from such like McDonald's or whatever, people will say, oh, those are fried in like grease that has like beef stock in it, and like this is, and so I get a lot of comments about it, and I'm like, oh, I didn't know that. So now, before like I would go somewhere, I typically try to like Google like, are like the French fries, you know, such and such. I actually read articles that say different things. Some say that McDonald's still are not vegetarian, and I just read an article the other day that said that they switched a long time ago and they are vegetarian, so I don't know. But I haven't gotten fries from McDonald's, and I can't even tell you how long, so. And that's typically what I do is, like, with food I don't know, I just avoid it. This room in here is so funny. I wonder if this is like the room where they have like birthday parties at McDonald's or something, because I thought, back in the day, it's like right here I can see it. It says, there's like, I won't show you, but because all you're gonna see is like 2.5 letters. Well, actually 1 letter and 2 halves, because there's like half an H, a A, and then half a P, and it's like the string going down. You can see it's happy birthday. And when I first started coming through here, it's been up there forever. I thought it was like an employee birthday party or something that they had like earlier that day, because of course I like script all this in my head, you know, of how it happens. And now I'm wondering if that's just like the room that they do birthday parties in or something. Because why would you just keep it up for months on end? I mean, unless you have everybody's birthday in there. I don't know. I'm always wondering about this stuff. But yeah, like, I don't remember it being as, like, this time that I started being a vegetarian, like, I really struggled at the beginning. Like, it was hard. But I don't remember the last time it being like that. It could have been, and I just don't remember. But when I was working out a lot, and I was eating a lot of vegetarian food, I would go to, and not even super healthy either, but I would say in between healthy and unhealthy, I would go to Whole Foods, and I literally every day I was spending $20 to $30 in their deli, and that would be like my whole like meals for like I would get dinner from there, and I would get like, sometimes I would get like an egg salad sandwich. They have like a caprese vegetarian sandwich there. I would get, they have a lot of soups that are vegetarian. They have like their salad bar at Whole Foods, which is called, you know, some people call it whole paycheck. Hold on a second.
Hi,
how are you?
good.
Good. Your earrings are pretty. But like their whole salad bar has like vegetarian and vegan options on it. Their salad bar is bomb. It's so incredible. And her whole hands, she must have had hand sanitizer on. I can smell like alcohol like coming through my window. I can smell alcohol a mile away. It smells like that real, like, you know, cleaning alcohol, like, it smells like hand sanitizer. I hate the smell of hand sanitizer. I hate it, I hate it, I hate it. But anyway, and then they had these things that, they had these like corn cakes there. Thank you so much. They have these corn cakes there that I would get. And then I would get like couscous and orzo salad. They had like the most incredible salads there. And sometimes I would get like pasta salad and whatever. And the one thing I liked about Whole Foods is that they always knew like what was vegan, what was vegetarian. If you asked them, they'd be like, okay, you don't want that, you don't want this, and all this kind of stuff. And I was always very thankful. They were so nice about it too. You know, a lot of people that work there are vegetarian or vegan. So, yeah. So there was that. And, but I also would, my friend in Denver got me started on this. So I ate a lot of those like protein bars, like the serious ones that have like 30 grams of protein in it. So I would go work out, and then this is the second time that I was vegetarian. This is the second time I was in like really good shape. The first time that I was in really good shape, I was eating like breast of chicken, whole grain rice. I would like get a rice steamer and put vegetables in it, and I'd have a peanut butter sandwich and a glass of milk every night, and then I would, anyway, I mean, I ate healthy then too for being a non-vegetarian, but I remember my friend and I, because he like really helped, he had been a vegetarian for a long time, and he really helped motivate and inspire me to be a vegetarian. And like he had a really good friend of his that was like hardcore, and she had been a vegetarian forever. And he was like, he would always laugh and say, girl, she's not a healthy vegetarian. Like, she's eating bags of chips and cookies, you know what I mean? And I would always laugh and stuff, you know, because when we would go out to eat, we would eat pretty healthy stuff, you know, at restaurants. I remember he took me to a couple of vegetarian restaurants. What was that one restaurant we went to? We went to a couple restaurants in Denver. We went to this restaurant called North, and I will never forget. I went with he and his husband, and his husband now is his boyfriend then. And I had this mushroom risotto that was like so good. But they lived like right down the street from this place in Cherry Creek in Denver, and but we would eat so healthy, you know, when we would go out and stuff like that. And I'd say to myself, I'm never going to be that vegetarian. Look at me now, Mom. Oh my God. There's so much construction in Indianapolis. I'm so over it. But the other day, not the other day, a while ago, you know, I always see these pictures of like, you know, people will post on Instagram and stuff like that. I hate that Instagram. It always makes me, Instagram is like the new Pinterest. It just makes me feel bad about my life, you know. People always look so good and they're having the most amazing vacations and everybody's so happy on the Instagram. But anyway, you know, you always see like people like eat, like they take pictures of their real healthy food and all this kind of stuff. I think it was Daniel Prada, actually, Joey Graceffa's boyfriend. He put this picture of like this cereal up, and it was like this granola, and it had like blueberries, and it had like almond, like a big hunking chunk, like a chunk, big hunking chunk, big chunk of like almond butter, and then it was like nuts, and then it was like this certain kind of vanilla almond milk, and then it had honey drizzled all over it. I stood in Whole Foods, not Whole Foods, what's the other place? Not the other, the Whole Foods place. It's even more Whole Foodsy than that, but, shoot, I can't think what it's called. Anyway, I stood in there, first of all, a bag of granola that looked like the granola in that, a thing of almond butter for like $7.99, honey, like organic honey, what is it? Fresh Thyme, that's what that place is called. It's cute in there though. A thing of organic honey, and then like nuts, blueberries, all this stuff, just for a bowl of cereal would have come to about $25, $30, okay? Maybe more, because the almond butter was like $7.99. Then I'm sitting there and I'm adding it up, like the calories, like in my head, and I'm thinking to myself, this bowl of cereal is like 1,000 calories, okay? Like, you have to be like real thin and real active to be eating that way, you know. And I know it's like good fats versus bad fats and all that kind of stuff, but I'm not smart with all that stuff, right? I just know that bowl of cereal looks fantastic. Here's the other thing, right, is that once I've mixed that cereal all together and I've put that vanilla soy milk on it, because I do love those soy milks and those kinds of milks, I do like that. But once you put it on there, then I'm ready for 3 bowls of it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not ready just for one. I'm a quantity eater, not a quality eater. So I want like 3 bowls of it. So then you're talking 3,000 calories just at breakfast, you know? I had somebody say to me the other day, you know, like, portion control. And I'm like, well, okay. Like, duh. Portion control. I'm like, uh-huh. And they're like, just eat until you're full. I'm like, okay, that's the problem. I do. Like tonight, when we were done with eting, the waitress came and she's like, now, will you all be having cheesecake? And we're like, no. And I'm thinking, but I could have. But I could. But if I wanted, I could. See, because I'm still hungry. It's bad, even after bread and all that kind of stuff. And I'm looking at Sarah eating this little wispy salad, and I'm thinking to myself, And she's like just picking it apart. I'm like, that salad either sucks and she's acting like it's good. She usually is kind of like she likes to eat like I do. She usually gets the Impossible Burger there. She's not a vegetarian, but like she tries to eat healthier. And so she was eating that salad, just kind of like moving it around in the bowl. I was like, she's like, yeah, you should try it next time. I was like, no thanks, I'm good. But Alex always gets that white chicken chili. It's not like to be healthy. He just loves it. He thinks it tastes so good. My feet hurt tonight. I don't know why. I'll go sleep good, but I have to get up early for this hair appointment tomorrow. It's creeping up on me. I'm like, okay, you need to get home, but I want to finish this book. I want to finish this book tonight. I want to finish this book tonight. A Diet Coke tastes so good. Sent us the invitations to Carlitos' birthday party. I cannot believe he is going to be. Is he going to be 8? I think he's going to be 7. But as I'm sitting here saying it, I'm like, maybe he's going to be 8. No, that can't be true. He's in 1st grade. 7. 8, 9, 10. No, he'll be 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. He's 3 years older than Sebastian, and Sebastian will be 4. Yeah. So, he'll be 7. Seems crazy to me. I remember when they came for the very first time, and we were all sitting upstairs in Alex's mom's like hallway. Like she has like when you walk up the stairs, there's like this little, like play game area. They have like a couch and a big TV and stuff, and then like the bedrooms and the bathroom are all off of that. There's like, well now Carlos lives there, but there's 1, 2, 3 bedrooms, and then the master bedroom, and then there's a bathroom too. There's 4 bedrooms upstairs. So I remember we were like, it was late at night, like they got in really late, and when they came, and it was like Christmas time, and so Carlitos would have been like a year and a month, and I don't know his exact birthday. That's horrible, isn't it? I should. But anyway, and I remember we were all, it was like snowing outside, and like they were so excited. Like Liliana was so excited to see the snow and stuff. And it was snowing really. Okay, no, that must have been. It would have been closer to, they came for Thanksgiving and stayed through Christmas, because we went Black Friday shopping that year, all of us together, I remember. And but I remember it was like Fufu and Alex and I, and we're upstairs with like Alex's mom, and like we were sitting in the hallway, and Carlitos was like running up and down the hallway, and he was getting so excited by like seeing all of us, and it was so funny. We still have video of that, I think. he always gets so embarrassed because like Alex and I would take like video because like when he was a little kid, like, well, he's still a little kid, but like when he was like 3 and 4, he would like dance. Like Carlitos has always been a dancer, and like they all say that he like is just like his uncle Alex, but they all call Alex Ale, but they're like, oh, he's just like his uncle because his T.O. because Alex, when he was a little kid, like he danced like that too. Like he was always dancing and stuff, and like when they would have parties and whatever, like Alex was always dancing. And, you know, so like, and back then it's the same as it is now. Like, you know, like they would have these parties and like the kids would be running around the house and dancing to the music would be real loud and stuff like that. You know, it's just real family, and it's still like that. And so we would take these videos of Carlitos dancing, and so now like Alex will pull it out and he'll like show, and he'll be like, Carlitos, look, and it's like of him like dancing in the kitchen and stuff, and Carlitos will be like, who is that? And he's like, that's you, Carlitos, like that's you dancing when you were little. And Carlitos is like, he gets like such a kick out of it. He thinks it's so hilarious. You know, it's strange to say this, but I'm kind of ready for Thanksgiving and Christmas. I don't know why this year. Like, we did the Halloween parties, we did the pumpkin patch, like I've listened to some Halloween books, and I have, you know, watched a lot of Halloween movies so far this year, and I'm just kind of ready for Christmas and Thanksgiving. I'm like ready to get excited about Christmas. I know, isn't that weird? You guys, I just want to show you this really quick, not to creep you out or anything, but like, do you see this cornfield? Like, that cornfield is really high, okay? And let me just show you this road. We are literally, it's like, we're gonna pull around in this church here, but scary. Jeepers, creepers, how'd you get those peepers? Creep, shut, peep, how'd you get those eyes? And I think I also know, like, on Halloween, we're going over to Melissa's, and that'll be really, really fun, you know? I need to call Liliana and actually ask her about the kids trick-or-treating. I may not go over there. If they're going to do it really early, like 4 or something. I feel like the kids just trick-or-treat earlier and earlier and earlier every year. And Alex has so much stuff he has to do. He doesn't even get done that night until like 7 or 8, so... That house looked like the house in that movie Insidious. Did you ever see that movie? Oh, that movie was so scary, wasn't it? There's those cornfields again. Cornfields down here too. There's like a house in between the cornfields. Oh, no. I would not be living there. You look out one side, cornfields. You look out the other side, cornfields. I'd be scared to death. No, ma'am. Oh, it's gonna stop. Hold on. I don't know that I could handle that. I get scared enough just driving around with no sound on in my head. Oh my God, this audiobook is like really scaring me, like when I'm listening to it, like on the way home. I think that's why I haven't listened to it as quick as I could, because I like kind of listened to enough of it and I'm like, okay, I can't do it anymore. But speaking of my audiobook, I'm gonna get off here now, and I know this is shorter by like 15 or 20 minutes, well, probably like a half an hour tonight, shorter than, but I'm gonna, because I think I did like 20 minutes until my battery died, and then I just did 23 and a half. So I'm gonna get off here now, and so I can listen to my audiobook and try to get it done tonight. I hope you guys are having an amazing, what is tomorrow? Today's Wednesday, Thursday. Hope you're having an amazing Thursday, unless you have other plans. But like I always say, do not have other plans. Enjoy your day, make the most of it. Do something really fun today. Do something that you'll be proud of down the road when you look back 5 or 10 years from now. You're exchanging a day of your life for today. Don't forget that. And if you're listening to this while you're going to bed, sweet dreams. Dream of good things. And tomorrow is going to be a fantastic day for you. If you're just starting your day, today is going to be a fantastic day for you. Don't forget that life is not a dress rehearsal. This is not a dress rehearsal. To enjoy every moment of it and appreciate the bitter and the sweet of life. And if nobody else has told you this today, I love you. I feel like I left something out of all of that. What is today? Is it Thursday? I always say the same thing every day. Should I switch it up? Should I start switching it up? You guys want me to switch the ending up? I feel like kind of now, like this is my outro and I have to do it the same way. So I feel like I have to do that, but maybe I should switch it up. Anyway, like I said, I hope you guys are having an amazing Thursday today. And, you know, you're exchanging a day of your life for it. Life is fragile and life is short and life is precious. And this is not a dress rehearsal. And if nobody else has told you this today, I love you. Make sure that you look at yourself in the mirror every single day. And you validate yourself by saying, you are important. I love you. You have meaning. And do your positive affirmations every day. Practice whatever kind of peaceful, serene things you do, like gratitude lists and affirmations and all those kinds of things. If you do the meditation books and all that, you can do that too. And yeah, I think that's about it. And most importantly, make sure that you pass it on to somebody else and let them know how important they are to you. And we got to tell somebody each and every day how important they are so we can pass on the love and live our lives with intention, compassion, and kindness. I love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye. Love ya!